Coming upon an open gate is always kind of a nerve-wracking thing on a farm. The boy goats didn't go anywhere though. We set up that line to keep the pigs in their area, and both the boys have run into it and decided they'll stay on this side of the yard. Hey Jeff. Hey Christopher Walken. How's it going, stinky guy? Hey little guy. Hey handsome little guy. There's King, our random rooster that just roams the property. I wish I could show you his massive spurs. I don't know how close I'll be able to get. He's like, no, I'm good. Not ready for my close-up. Hi, Gail. How are you, girlie? Let's get the duck eggs. Oh, holy smokes. My guess is the duck eggs didn't get collected yesterday, possibly the day before that. That's a lot of eggs. I'm gonna have to go get a basket. That's probably what happened yesterday. All right, let's take a few of these and go visit the pigs. One approach when you have excess on your farm, thanks ladies, is to sell it. But we don't really sell our extra stuff. Just adds so much stress. You know, regular customers have an expectation to get what they need, and I just really don't have time to deal with it. We live 30 minutes from everywhere, so you know, once you figure out transporting and meeting up with people and having to drive stuff into town, it's just not really worth it. So I do what Justin Rhodes says. Like right now, we're gonna feed these eggs to these pigs, and he always says stuff like turning eggs into bacon. But these pigs are not eating pigs, these are breeding pigs. But still, offsets the feed cost because we're giving them nutrition. What's up, Gerard? What's up, man? I forgot this was electric. I almost leaned against it. What do you think? That's a tasty treat. Isn't Gerard looking handsome these days? Here are Fanny and Clem. Hey girls. Hey. Now the pigs are still a little skittish with us, and so I've been bringing them treats. Try to warm them up. Let's see if she'll come that close. For those of you who are new, these are Mangalitsas. It is a breed of pig that are typically kept for meat. They have really high quality meat. They're lard pigs. They have a lot of really high quality fat, very marbled meat. And as you can tell, they're very interesting because they have curly coats. Their hair, it feels like pig hair, not like sheep hair. So you can't like spin it or harvest their fiber by any means. It feels coarse like curly pig hair. But they're really interesting. They were almost extinct in the 90s, and I totally love them. My friend Kaylee, her YouTube channel is The Farm on Quail Hollow. She has Mangalitsas. She has like a big Mangalitsa operation. She has a lot of them. I had seen them before and loved them, and then when I saw her start posting about them, I got connected with her on Instagram. I was like, oh man, I gotta have these pigs. And she taught me a lot about them, and then I found this breeding trio in the fall up in Missouri, and we drove up there to get them. They're obviously really young, so we won't be breeding them for some months. And they're actually separated here. That's an electric fence and electric wire, so this all looks open, but they're contained. They're going to be in this area for just a couple more weeks, tearing it up. They'll get this grass torn up in no time. We just expanded this. And then we're going to actually run some wires and some panels up through the woods back here and kind of free range them in that area. I love Gerard's curly ears. Hey man. Isn't he cute? Hey King, can we get a look at those spurs? Look at them. They're massive. I'm glad he's friendly. He has been free ranging our farm for, I don't know, a year at least, maybe a year and a half. He's super sweet. He's not snuggly or anything, but we don't handle our chickens just a ton. People who keep just a little flock in their backyard, a lot of times will handle them, and they'll be like lap chickens. we don't do that. For me, a friendly rooster is one that, you know, doesn't come after you and mostly leaves you to your own business. And I'm okay with that. Let's go check on the ladies. Oh, having a dust bath. We've had no more predator attacks since making sure to come out here and shut the girls up right before sunset every day. They haven't really started laying at full capacity again though. We're probably getting like 3 eggs a day. Ooh, that one's still warm. It's fresh. Today is unseasonably warm. It was about 70 degrees and sunny earlier, but I don't know, a cool breeze has come in. It's starting to cool off. So that's warm even for Arkansas in February. We have snow on the forecast this weekend, so you know, up and down it always is. So I wanted to tell you guys something really cool this morning. It's actually Daniel's birthday. If you know our friend Daniel, he does all of the music for our channel, all the beautiful guitar picking and all of that. He records that for us. And today's his birthday. And this morning, his album, which I promised to tell you guys about, released on iTunes. So there is the album cover. If you search iTunes for Psalms from the Secret Place, you can get that. I will also put a link to it down below. I know you guys have been telling me for months to make sure and tell you guys when it is out, and it is out today. And as of right now, let's see, it's like 4 in the afternoon. As of right now, his album is at like number 10 on the charts for Christian music today on iTunes. So that's super excited. He's so jazzed, and I'm really happy that he's having such a great birthday. You know, celebrating his album release. That was a long time in the making, and I really think that music is gonna touch a lot of people. I have an idea. I'm gonna take you guys somewhere where I don't usually go. That's the gate to the garden. As you can see, we're on this back side of the garden, but we're gonna go here into the woods. The creek is babbling because we've had so much rain lately. I don't know, what is it about a running creek that just brings out the child in a person? Every time our creek is running, I just want to come and splash in it, throw rocks in it. It's not just a whole lot of a creek, but it is nice. Let's see that. These are the woods next to our house. There's not a lot of undergrowth right now because it's winter, but we actually have 2 acres that's wooded that you don't really see us do anything with in our vlogs because we just haven't expanded over here yet. As soon as we have the time without, you know, something else demanding the attention with a deadline, and hopefully before the underbrush begins growing back up, because that's going to make it a lot harder to work over here. We're going to finish the fence around here, and this 2 acres will be largely for our goats, and then back in the back there where we showed you our pigs would be. As you can see, there are several downed trees. Some of these have come down in just like storms, but some of them we cut down, thinning this out. At one point we talked about cutting all these trees down and making this a pasture, but since we really kind of got heavily into goats, and goats really do better with browse than pasture, we decided to leave the trees. A lot of these are like hardwoods, and there are a lot of pecan trees through here, and so there are pecans all over the ground. So it'll be really a good place to let the pigs come through, and we're gonna kind of rotate them through this space. I'm whistling at the horses, I can see them. I don't know if they can, I don't know if they'll come over here. This isn't where they get fed, so. Mav, stop! Yeah, they're totally not gonna come over here to me. If I walked down the road and went to the front gate, they would. I'll see them through there. The horses are another thing that will be added to our regular routine, you know, round pinning and riding and working with them. Once we're done with the greenhouse and amending all the garden beds and getting all of the pathways taken care of, that's just gotta take priority, because like if we don't get the window greenhouse done here pretty soon, it's not gonna be any use to us. We need it to start plants in. And obviously, toting all that soil, getting everything amended, that needs to happen. before planting time and putting all those wood chips down in the walkways, it's gonna be super labor intensive. So we would rather do that now when it's 60 degrees than in June when it's 90 degrees. This was one of the boys' attempts at making a little bridge, I think. Last summer, Jackson and his friend spent a lot of time in the woods building. They built a fort back in the back and just messing around, cutting down some little trees and stuff. He's kind of over it now, which is a bummer. I thought that was really cool. Here's the garden from an angle you don't often see. Hey, dude.
What's up?
Love you. Hey, girls. Hey, look at Miriam. She's looking wide. Large and in charge, girlfriend. Oh my gosh, y'all look at baby Ruth. She's in the tree. She's stuck. Baby Ruth is in the tree. Oh gosh, not stuck. Hey, sweet girl. Hey, little love. Girl. Well, I think we can safely say Miriam's pregnant. So, left is lunch and right is baby. So this is her just enjoying Cafe Bermuda. But she's pretty wide on that side too. And she's also getting a little bit of an udder. Hey, little spaz. This is funny. I could sit out here and watch them for a long time. Goat TV, right, Ness? Goat TV. I think Sook is looking pretty pregnant too. I don't know, they might all just be really full, but I've been waiting for these to start showing. She doesn't have much of an udder yet. Mayhem, on the other hand, look at that. She's definitely showing. I don't think any of these are due for another 6 weeks or so at least. Goats have this kind of big growth spurt between like 18 months and 2 years where they come really out of looking juvenile and start looking more adult. About 18 months I would say is normal. And Maple is just going through this. She's the spotted one here that's really pretty. And I've just noticed lately how much older she's looking. She's still obviously smaller than like Sookie, who's 3. But she doesn't look like a baby anymore. She doesn't look so much like a yearling, and she still will grow a lot here in the next, few months. Goat nursing is violent. They headbutt their mom's udder so hard. I always just want to be like, I'm so sorry. Last stop of the day, the greenhouse. Let's go check that out. I came out here earlier and it was over 105 degrees in here. It was really sunny outside. So I fully vented it, opened the doors, opened the vents, and let it cool off pretty good. And then the clouds came out and the temperature dropped, so I closed it all back up. And it's sitting at 75 right now, which makes me a lot more comfortable. And another tray that I just separated. And then up here, all the ones with the pink tags are the dwarf tomatoes. As you can see, they're looking really good. They're healthy, growing, developing their real leaves. All of them are looking really, really nice. Some of them are significantly smaller than the others, but some of these are micro dwarfs, so I think that could be variety. Now these I separated yesterday, and I brought them out here. Now I don't love separating them when they're this small, but I really sewed them a little too thickly, so I had to, or else they were gonna get really leggy. And when I came out here earlier, it was 100 degrees. Some of the little ones were really struggling, but as soon as I lowered the temperature and watered them, they perked back up. So I feel pretty good that they're all gonna be okay. I'm coming to realize just how many tomato seeds I have sown. When I was sowing them, I was being really liberal because I thought, well, you know, I'm doing the plant sales and, you know, they probably want to germinate. Some of these, the germination was nuts. I mean, like probably at least 95%. So I've got a bunch of containers like this that have 35 plants in them. And they're good varieties. And so in the instance of things like my painted lady variegated tomatoes that I got from Brad at Wild Boar Farms, I couldn't just throw those sprouts out. So I have an entire tray of those. I'm only gonna plant like 2, 3 of each variety, maybe. Like the ones I'm really excited about, I might plant 5. And some I'll only plant 1, the ones I'm just trying. So that means I'm gonna have like 30 of those plants for sale. I'm doing 2 plant sales, the one at the Shindig on April 6th here in Central Arkansas, and then one on April 20th, that's a Saturday, I believe it's the 20th, in Conway at Bell Urban Farm. I'm gonna do that plant sale also. So I think it'll be okay that I have a ton of plants, but I'm gonna have a ton of plants. I may very well fill this greenhouse with majority tomatoes. It's looking that way. So I hope people are ready to buy some tomato plants. Well, that's it for today. Just a quick walk around the farm and a look at almost everything. We didn't make it over to the quail. We're gonna do an update about them soon when we move them over here. We're waiting until the weather chills out and we need to kind of prepare a place for them so they're okay where they're at next door. They're under cover. Right now, the greenhouse has had most of Jeremiah's attention today, and rightfully so. We gotta get it done. I've gotta get back to making some phone calls and separating tomatoes. I am going to do a video showing how to do that. I didn't want to just put it in this vlog because that's kind of hard to reference for people. So I'll have a separate video up about that later this week, showing you how to do that. It's pretty easy. But thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I bless you. Until next time.